Hello, 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 Scorpios. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? So, for those of you that are brand new, my name is Patty. Sorry, I was just eating a protein bar. You always catch me doing that because it's mid morning usually when I'm doing these. So, my name is Patty. I'm an empath that does intuitive tarot as well as intuitive coaching. I also do spiritual coaching, life balance coaching, and health coaching, fitness and nutrition. You can actually see that down below. So, my degrees are in there. And so, today I'm doing intuitive tarot from February 1st through the 7th. So, bear with me there. My hair is doing all kinds of weird stuff today. There is a full moon that just happened on the 28th. I did a full moon reading yesterday on the 28th. And that actually has a lot of play into your energies for this first week and second week of February. So you might want to pop in and watch that. You can catch that on my uploads there. And you'll see that how whatever your reading is, it's going to play into it. The energies are really, really intense. We have a hyper moon. But it's also going to be carried over to the rest of February because there's about 6 planets playing in there. They're all bouncing off of each other. Lots of energies going on. So you'll want to, in Uranus, let's see, there's Uranus, Venus, Saturn, the Sun, Moon, and there's some other, and oh, we're getting ready for the Mercury retrograde, by the way. I hate Mercury retrograde. Anyway, so you can catch in on the Mercury retrograde as well. That's starting the 30th. So things are going to be a little bit of a kerfuffle for a while. So for the first card, so for those of you brand new, the first card I'm pulling out is an oracle, and that oracle is for the past energies. So the divine is wanting me to go to past energies a little bit because this is where your decisions and your choices have been coming from. And then we're going to go to the current energies for the 1st through the 7th and the future energies. Now, those future energies, because of the full moon, the retrograde, and all these other things that are happening, is going to carry into February. So don't forget to watch the full moon video. Are you serious? Really? Wow. Okay. The reason why I'm saying that is the Lady of the Lake not only has come up so many times this week, she has come up in the middle, the current week. So that's what's happening here. So past energies that maybe your decisions, your choices are coming from is movement. There's a number 9 for numerology for that, and that means intensity. So somebody might have been moving around a lot, or maybe their thought process was really quite sort of unstable as far as thinking from earth, spirit, earth, spirit, earth, spirit. It could also be physical movement that they've had to move, and it's just really changed a mindset, whether to better, to lower, whatever. So we'll find out where that is. We'll get more clarity on the past so that you can make better choices and better things there. The Lady of the Lake is the center card. This is the current energy. This has been like a lot of signs. Well, I'd say probably about 4 signs current energies. And that is about your absolute truth, about courage, self-respect. That's a huge one. And responsibility. A lot of the responsibilities that we take are for the choices or the actions that we've already made. So we'll see where that's going to be, whether it's about the responsibility or the courage or self-respect. But I have a feeling he's going to be talking about absolute or truth again. And the future energy is communication. This is huge. I don't know, Scorpios, if you understand how huge this is. Now, having studied psychology and human behavior and all the divine wisdom he's given me, this is number 1. In any relationship, anything to do with trust, this is where it all starts. And there's breakdowns. And this right now is the number 5, so it's not very stable. So somebody's communication needs to probably learn to grow into different aspects. So let's see. Let's get some clarity. Let's see what the divine has for your current week. And again, yeah, that's a good thing. We've got a very, 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 very good card coming out first. This is what the divine wants, is everything for you. That's not for me, not for Geminis, not for Libras. This is for you. The 10 of Cups is the heart. Okay, so you got to remember February, and I'm not saying this because of Valentine's Day. I'm saying because there is a human pattern, a human race pattern for our mating patterns. So we actually have a mating season, and that is in mid to end of February through March, and then into pretty much April. So it's a time where we actually, our pheromones, our testosterone, and everything is wanting to connect with sexuality, and so that's part of it. So, but the other thing too is when I said to watch the video on the full moon, I said that because the full moon went into Leo. Leo is about leadership, creativity, and the heart. And the Queen of Cups, or the Cups cards, are about the heart. So the month of February, not only being mating season, but it is about the heart because of the full moon, because of the planets, and because of everything that's going on. But it's also about everything as far as your communication and all that kind of stuff. And your absolute truth. But we'll get to that. Yeah. Wow, this has been happening a lot. What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? So we have the Three of Swords, and then we have Temperance, which is about patience. So somebody's joy, happiness has been sort of curtailed. And now I say curtailed because this might have ended, but there's more to come. Again, we're in the mating season for the human race. So this did change. Now, this could have probably happened because somebody didn't have patience. So if the patience isn't there, which it would have told me that would have came in the reverse if somebody didn't have patience. But it came in with the upright position. So one of the partners did not have patience. And this is where it got hard because, again, we're talking about communication. Communication breakdown will break down everything. And that is when I'm teaching life balance coaching and I'm teaching about communication and things like that. That is the number one thing I begin with, because if we cannot get communication down between two people, then we cannot have trust. We cannot have everything from that, because anything from communication and trust, you can do anything. So movement got sort of hindered here. Now this is a past energy. So something got hindered, which might have you questioning the truth, the absolute truth. So I feel like this energy for some Scorpio, this is a past thing, but it has been so past that your pain is not over. So who is the impatient one? Something to think about. Who was the impatient one? And somebody was being very patient. Wow. Somebody's really gone through something. Yeah, somebody has really gone through something. Because we have betrayal, poor decisions, Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, money involved. And then we have the Emperor. So somebody, again, now, okay, thank you. So with this here and the broken heart in the very beginning, the thing here is, and I'm going to show you this here because I think it's important too. Oops. So we started out really, really good. Heartbreak. Somebody was patient. So the other person wasn't. We had some kind of betrayal. So we thought, Scorpios. So we thought. And it really, really probably wasn't. So we made a decision and it really affected everything. And we didn't listen to the wisdom of the whole thing. Okay. We didn't listen to the wisdom. We listened to our head, our earth knowledge. I don't know who this is for, but this is really a huge lesson for somebody. This, again, love month, this is a lot to do with love. I don't normally do love readings, but when the divine says I want it in there, I want it in there. And so that's what it is. And the moons also and the planets are saying it as well. So Who was it? So what I'm understanding from this spread is somebody actually was trying to be honest, give the person everything that they wanted. However, the other person's perspective was not that because of a broken past. And what happened was they took that wrong perspective, that twerked perspective, and thought of it in the wrong way, which really probably divided it. Did it divide it permanently? I don't know. But it does have something to do with your financial stability. But the divine is saying, whoa, wait a minute. Let's recheck things. Let's recheck. What is the absolute truth? What is the absolute truth? Because there was a huge, huge communication breakdown here. Because I started you guys out really, really good. But somebody's past got in the way because their past is a little bit broken. And it's not their fault. Sometimes we're a victim of something when we're young that we have no control over. I was sexually abused, emotionally abused, verbally abused. I had no control over that. But I had to learn that in my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, that this is a process that I need to fix my own mindset. And that's why the divine gave me, I guess, the abilities that I have, because when I was younger, he would begin to show me things and show me the divine things. And then and it didn't hit me until my 30s and then 40s, and it exploded. And I studied psychology, and this is earth knowledge, but then he was giving me wisdom. He was giving me spiritual knowledge. No, that's not right. I want you to think this way. That's absolute truth. Lady of the Lake is spiritual truth, an absolute truth. Absolute truth is not earth-based. Absolute truth is divine-based. And when he started doing that, and I started listening rather than going against everything, then everything, the healing would come just like this. And I would even have one aha moment, and he would give me a whole movie in just an instant. Like, is that really how it works? I did not even think that. It's amazing how the divine works. But this for anybody. Anybody can tap into their powers and their energies and their intuition. But this is a person who I would say was like me. Sort of your thinking is twisted because somebody in your life has told you, like my brother used to say, hey, fatso, ugly, those kind of things. And you began to believe them. Bad. You know what? And here's the thing. I forgive my brother because that is the result of him treating me the way that he felt he was treated from probably my mother or my father. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. Somebody has to break the pattern. It's sort of like the, what do you call it? The generational curse. Somebody has to break that. I guess it's me this generation. Anyway, okay, so we're going to go on here. There's victory coming for you. Somebody is going to really be working hard. They're going to be really trying to figure things out. There is somebody here that really wants to stick by you. And it might be this person that really did love you or still loves you. This person is there. This person is like a past person. Somebody in your persons. I get goosebumps for somebody. And they're really trying to figure things out. This communication, I think really whoever this is, if you can get some coaching or help with your communication, maybe that's why the divine had me do the communication video in January. There's a whole communication video that may help you. I had somebody do a reading last month, and they emailed me back saying, I watched your communication video and it really helped me. It lifted a lot of burden off me. I'm like, yay, that's not me. That's the divine doing this. Same with the fear video. I had no plans on doing that. The divine had me do that. Somebody is working really, really hard and trying to figure things out. And they're trying to get things to balance and work with themselves. And it's really hard to do by yourself because if you have a broken past, it's really hard to know which way to go and which not. What is earth? What is divine? What is absolute truth? What is not? And that's why sometimes coaching helps. But you can always ask me questions for free, people. People are afraid to ask for free help. And it's not help. It's just telling you or giving you tools from a spiritual aspect. All right. So we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about, and it's coming to you, is trying to help you. So the Knight of Wands is coming towards you. It's not really fast because this is a process. You can't hurry a process. This is not a process that you can just, the knight can jump in there and say, let me rescue you. That's not the case. The knight's there saying, hey, I'm here to get you to keep moving forward, to help you, to communicate, saying, yes, good job, keep moving, because at the end of the day, you've got victory. This is victory. This is your own work. This is you working on yourself, coming out, feeling good about yourself, somebody listening to the divine, listening to what their intuition is telling them, especially whoever this is with this communication. I really feel that there's two energies here. I really feel somebody misunderstood somebody's communication and they took it to their extreme, which was their hurt, their pain, and subjected that onto the other person. And the other person saying, you know, I don't know what else to do. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know how to tell you. And your mind is choosing to decide on killing it rather than trying to figure it out, because it's a broken perspective. Now, if this is you, this is where you need the absolute truth. Be honest with yourself. Did you possibly misunderstand the person? Is your heart telling you that you could have misunderstood the person and that person really is a good person and they just don't know how to communicate that with you? Because your thinking, your head process is broken from the spirit up, because you're listening here rather than spirit. The other energy that I'm getting is, yeah, you've been betrayed a couple of times. The other energy is, yep, I keep believing, I keep, getting into these relationships, I keep getting hurt, it's just you don't take the time to be patient enough, and I hate to say this, but, and make the decision enough, especially if you're a female, to not lay on your back so quickly. So somebody has because if you have a broken mental thought, like I used to think that laying on my back, that's how they showed me love. No, that's how they get what they want and leave you behind. So it is a process. Been there, done that. I'm not telling it where I haven't had the experience. I would never do that. But I'm just saying that a lot of the times ladies go out there first, second, third date, even 1 month, 2 months, give it 3 months. If they're going to hang around, they're going to hang around, sex or no sex. And why give them something that you could end up having for the rest of your life if you really, you just don't know. Sorry, didn't mean to go off on that, but apparently the divine wanted me to do that for somebody. So anyway, let's see if there's anything else. I swear I saw a card. Show me the card if there was, please. No? Okay. So let's go to a different deck. So somebody is struggling, somebody is working, somebody is taking an initiative, but just know you got somebody in your corner. There is somebody waiting in the corner. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be there for you. They're going to be around for you. And we've got the Five of Pentacles. Interesting, the Five of Pentacles. Can you clarify the Five of Pentacles, please? Clarify the Five of Pentacles, please. I hate when they do that. The Magician. What I find interesting about this Magician, I should let the artist know. She's missing the wand. Unless I'm missing a wand. So the Magician usually is holding a wand. The wand is a spiritual staff, usually. And it leads to your choices in manifesting where you're going to manifest from. Again, manifest from absolute truth. So this might have to be somebody's work on themselves, but she doesn't even have a wand in there. I love this deck. It's from Ukraine. The whole thing is in Ukraine, no English except for a few, like if I could figure a few words, but I love the deck. All right. All of a sudden we got pentacles up the nose. What is the deal? Oh, thank you. Okay. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the, in reverse, we have the King of Pentacles. So your decisions of what you're doing, your movement, and it might be just temporarily stifled, is that this has to do with what you're manifesting, not only for your love, but how it's affecting your finances. Oh, please don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that. Okay, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to see if I can end it, if you'll let me end it. So what this is affecting is your past thoughts, your past, for somebody, this is probably a third energy. I don't know. It could equal to one of these other energies. That's up to you to decide. But it's affecting your finances because you're giving money to somebody that actually should not be given the money. So for example, if you're a female and you have a guy that really likes you, whatever, they come and live with you, and then you end up paying for their rent, you end up paying for their car, you end up paying, well, I need gas money, I need food money, and you're paying. That is a man boy. That man boy needs to go. And the reason why is he needs to grow up. Because no man should be taking money from a woman, for one. But for two, this other energy is that someone, man or woman, I don't know who this is that you're denying yourself the truth. Because what's happening is somebody's got an international connection. So somebody is talking to somebody overseas, sharing information overseas, and that person, even though that they've got you really liking them and it's all good and it feels really, really good, they're asking you, hey, I need you to travel over and see me, or hey, I'm sick, or I've run into some trouble. My job ended. Could you give me a little bit of money? Help me out here for a little bit. I'll pay you back. They'll never pay you back. But the other thing is this money is beginning to deplete, or you're beginning to question it. And you should, because if you have an international relationship going, and I'm not going to dwell on this because I have a whole website for this, but the thing is that K1 visas are real, romance scams are real, they'll get you to believing anything, and that they're really in love with you. I need you to contact me because they're going to drain you dry, they're going to affect your family, they're going to actually you can get into a position where you can actually get pregnant, they get here and they can wipe you out. I've helped people all over the world, and this is really a big problem. So if you are giving money to someone, now if it's a guy giving it to a girl can do the same thing. This happens. I know somebody who was in the seven figures and a public figure, and they actually married somebody from Russia, and they got completely wiped out, and now there's a child in the middle of it, and it's sad. It's really sad. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you want more information, if you want help, or if you know somebody going through that, email me. Please, please, please email me. I can send you to my website. I do it for free. I help people for free. It's called K1 Visa Scams, 90-Day Fiance, whatever crap, fam, that kind of stuff. That stuff is, don't even get me started. Anyway, I'm here if you want the help. Okay, so I think at this point in time, though, we've got a lot to do with communication. Now, I'm going to pull a moon card before we go because we are running long, because the full moon has a lot to play. Remember, we are going into a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrogrades are Mercury is a very slow moving planet. It is extremely powerful, and that powerful energy is low vibration. right now. I hate to say it. So you need to find ways to bring your vibrations up, to learn how in this week or February, how to communicate better, how to be understood better, how to understand somebody else better. This is part of it. And listening to your absolute truth, divine. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? All right. Listening. That's huge. That's a huge, huge, huge part of, and a lot of people say, well, I listen. No, you don't. You only hear. Because I could tell you things about listening that a lot of people miss completely. Because what happens when we start talking to somebody is that our mind starts wandering. And that's ineffective listening. Very ineffective listening. You need to have active listening ears. All right. So let's see these other two energies. Yeah, definitely. 100%. 100%. 100%. And this is what the planets are saying. You got to watch the full moon video because you'll understand then. But listening is really huge. Huge, huge, huge. Because communication right now is this way. It doesn't work. Dry desert, there is work to be had. There is love. There is a relationship there. There is the possibility of reviving that back. But right now is not the time. It is time to work on self, work on self-respect, work on absolute truth, taking your responsibility, not the other person's responsibility, learning what that is, and do it slow and steady. Because when you do it slow and steady and you really absorb, thank you. So when you really, really absorb everything, each part of the lesson, you're not cramming like a test. When you cram for a test, you get the knowledge for a very short time. But when you actually let things sink in and you take the time to absorb that knowledge, that wisdom, it will last you for a long time. And then you're going to help somebody else through it. That's the whole key, is to heal ourselves, learn, get the lesson, and pass it on to somebody else. Because it's not to stop with us. All right? So hopefully you understand that. All right, Scorpios, this has been a long reading. I apologize. I've been trying to shorten them down, but the divine just won't let me. It's just like, okay, I need you to say this. I need you to share this. I need you. And it's just like, seriously, I just was going to do a little 15-minute one. No, it doesn't happen that way. Whatever the divine wants, divine gets, let me tell you. So I hope you guys have a really, really good week. Really watch the video where Mercury retrograde. Be patient with yourself. Really be patient with yourself. It is not you. It's part of the energies of what's happening upstairs in the skies and what's going on here. And also what the divine has for your journey. So this is for your journey this week. Big time. If you need to watch it once or twice, 3 times, do so. Share it with your friends. Please like, share, subscribe, because this is how we help others. If you know somebody that is having this issue that isn't even a Scorpio, share it with them, because it's like, wow, I saw this, but you know what? Maybe this is something that could help you. That's the whole idea. It is not to stop with me. I'm the conduit. That's it. All right. See you on the 8th. Take care.